Tuesday, so cheers to that. Today is another Tea Time Tuesday, and what I've got in my cup today is the Tazo Sweet Cinnamon Spice. That's what's in my cup. So, cheers to that. Cheers to you. Bottoms up. Spicy. And let's get into it. So it is Melanoma Awareness Month, and I am doing my part. I am spreading awareness through this YouTube channel, through Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, about all of the melanoma, things to do with melanoma, because I have melanoma myself. Actually, today, the exact day, today is my 1 year anniversary of my melanoma tumor surgery, the tumor that was on my back. You guys are here celebrating with me with tea or whatever. You can put wine in your cup too, but you guys are here with me and hearing my story, and I really appreciate that. And so today I was kind of searching for what I should talk about today, what I want to talk about today, and I saw this tag on YouTube called Living with Cancer, and basically there are 5 questions either the cancer patient would answer, or you know, a friend or a family member would answer about the person that they know that has cancer. And so since it's May and it's Melanoma Awareness Month, I'm going to answer that through my experience. First one is, how are you living with cancer? I have stage 3A melanoma cancer. I was diagnosed a little over a year ago, and like I said, today is my 1 year anniversary of removing my tumor. Number 2, I'm reading off my laptop, so sorry if I'm looking over, but what is the first word or emotion you associate with cancer, and why? First word, honestly, that comes to mind is fear. Because melanoma is not predictable, it can pop up whenever, wherever. I had this tumor on my back removed a year ago, and I'm currently going through a clinical trial, a treatment, but that doesn't mean anything. Like tomorrow, I could wake up and I could have a new mole on my shin, or on my hand, or my fingers. It could just pop up and it could spread like wildfire. That's just the reality in melanoma, and that's scary. Be diagnosed with stage 4. It could get to that point at any time, and my life would be in jeopardy, and that's scary. It's really scary. Number 3, what is the hardest part about living with cancer for you? What's not hard about it? Honestly, the hardest part right now, currently, is my lymphedema. This is the part that I really struggle with. This is the part that's held me back from so many things. You know, after I had all of my lymph nodes removed, because the cancer had spread to my lymph nodes, I had them all removed from my armpit. It's a total of 23 lymph nodes, and I was scared at the beginning after that surgery, and because I could only lift my arm this high, and it was so hurt. It hurt so much. It was so hurt. I was in fear that I would not be able to lift my arm all the way up here like I can right now. Like, I mean, I don't have full what I had before. I can't stretch it like I had, like this hurts. Well, it doesn't hurt, it's uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is the word. But you know, I can do that now. It's amazing. And my therapist, my doctors, they all told me, you know, your arm will never be the same. Your strength will never be the same. You'll probably never be back to working out the same that you were before. We all know that's wrong because look at me now. I did hammer and chisel this past winter after I came out, and my therapist, my physical therapist, she measured my arm and how I could, you know, lift it and everything. She said, oh my gosh, Becky, I have never seen this much improvement ever from any patient. Oh my gosh. And she said, you pretty much have your mobility back. I have issues with bending it this way backward, but you know, I'm working on that. I will get there eventually. But with the strength training and body building, and oh my gosh, it did so many amazing things to my body. I mean, I have muscles on this. Oh my gosh, I have muscles. I've never had muscles like this before, and I was always so worried about it being so swollen all the time that, you know, oh my gosh, I'm just, oh, my arm is so bloated and fluffy, and I'm never gonna have definition, and gosh darn it, I do. My favorite part is that I can strength train and I can work out like even better than I was before I had the surgery. It's uncomfortable. This arm is very uncomfortable and it holds me back from a lot. You know, I can't do as many push-ups as I could before. I can't even do a pull-up. I'm working on it, but oh my gosh, guys, it hurts so bad to do a pull-up. But I'm gradually working up to it, and it's getting better. It's getting easier. But what was the question again? Hardest part, the lymphedema. Number 4, what is the one thing you are thankful for about your experience? I have to say just being more knowledgeable and aware and very cautious about where I am, what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, you know, as far as sunscreen and clothes, and battery light is flashing, and just being in the sun, how long I'm in the sun, like all that kind of stuff I'm very cautious about. But even more so with Amelia, you know, I can instill all my knowledge into her and get her used to putting sunscreen on every single time she goes outside, even if there's sun or not, you know, and, you know, not going to the tanning beds and not, you know, just being cautious about all this stuff. I can instill that into her, and it'll help prevent her from getting it, because, you know, it is genetic, they say. You know, your mom has it, you have it, keeps going down the line, but nobody in my family has melanoma. So, but also nobody else in my family has autoimmune disease like I do, type 1 diabetes, so whatever. So number 5, I'm gonna do this really quick because my battery light is flashing. If you could change one thing about the way cancer is reported, viewed, understood, what would it be? Melanoma is the one cancer that you never hear of. It's the one cancer that doesn't get attention. And it should, because anybody can have it. Most people do, and they don't know it. It's just not out there. It's not known. It's not talked about. And I'm talking about it today, okay? For good reason, because anybody can have it. I'll tell you that I never went into tanning beds. Nope, never did it. And with my pale, fair, sensitive skin, I always put sunscreen on before I went outside. Always. worn hats and wore clothes and just been cautious about, you know, being in the shade rather than the sun. Always, my entire life. And still I do, even more so now. But I never did any of that. And that's how, you know, skin cancer, melanoma is perceived. That's just what people think when they hear skin cancer, when they hear melanoma. They're like, oh, all those poor people laying in tan beds, you know, they bring that cancer on themselves. I don't feel sorry for them. No, you guys, oh my gosh. No, 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 no. So many people, so many women, so many moms that I have talked to have gotten cancer after pregnancy. Okay, so that's how mine was brought on. I have autoimmune diseases, I have type 1 diabetes, my immune system is totally shot and does not work like most people's. And I never had a mole on my back. I never had any form of cancer before my first pregnancy. Nothing, not a stitch in sight. And halfway through my pregnancy with my daughter Gracie, the mole appeared. I had this itch one day, I itched it, and I was like, what is that bump? And I look at myself in the mirror and I see this mole there that was underneath my bra strap that's always been hidden, and it was bothering me, and I saw it and I'm like, I've never seen this mole before. And so I panicked. I called the doctor. I asked them, what is this? I'm freaking out. And they said, well, no, moles change during pregnancy, da, 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 da. Don't worry about it. And every single doctor thereafter that I asked about, they said, no, you shouldn't worry about that. So melanoma can come on because of pregnancy, because of the elevated hormones and estrogen that flows through our bodies to grow that baby. Every single one of us has cancer cells in our bodies, and my being diabetic and having the elevated hormones, it just brought the melanoma to the surface and showed up. At that point, when I was pregnant, it was probably pre-cancerous, just getting to the point of, you know, having to be removed and, you know, but when it's at that point, when it's at that stage, in its early stage, you can remove it, have it removed, and then you never have to worry about it again. You will most likely never have a stitch of melanoma in you again. But the doctors shrugged it off, and I kept going on with it, and it kept on growing and growing. 3 years later, a dermatologist sees me for some eczema, some dry skin, and says, okay, well, we need to biopsy that. And sure enough, it was stage 3A at that point. My point is that nobody is safe from melanoma. Even if you stay indoors every single day of your life, you're not safe. I don't say this to scare you. I just say this because it might save your life. Because if you notice a mole, if you notice that it's changing, that its pigment, that its color is changing, it doesn't look normal to you, it doesn't look right, you don't recognize it, if it itches, if it's sore, if it bleeds, go, please, for the love of Pete, go see a dermatologist. Don't go to a regular doctor. Don't even waste your time, because they don't know, obviously, they don't know, through my experience, they don't know what melanoma looks like. So, I'm doing my part today, and I am telling you about melanoma. I'm telling you, go get yourself checked. It's painless, it's quick and easy, and it might save your life. Okay? It just might save your life. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Leave me a comment below if you have any other questions about my melanoma, if you want to see or hear my melanoma story from start to now. I'd love to share that with you guys. So if you want to see that, comment below, let me know. If there's anything else you want me to talk about, then leave that below as well. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go spread some happy. Bye.